Uh, all right. As always, first, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, and Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone, toss the truth, rule well. Shalom to the hopefully elect. Shalom to the Akim and the Akwath out there listening and learning. This goes out to the true Hebrew Israelites of the Bible, the Native Americans, Latino Americans, the so-called African Americans here in America, scattered throughout the four corners of the world. This is a branch of Great Millstone, Chicago, coming to you with some more of it. I'm the brother Asher.
That's the brother Yaya.
And like we always love to do and meditate in the spirit, man, that, we don't have long now before Yahweh Shema Shai comes to save his people, the elect of Israel this time around, man. And that's what we're waiting for. Everything is speeding up. That Civil War is brewing. You know what I mean? You look at the news, they just had some National Guards taken out. So all the prophecies are, coming right off the page in these last days. Said the love of many shall wax cold in the last days. It just says a lot of things is going to happen in the last days. Sedition among men. And this is a good time because, all this means that we're going to be saved. The hopeful, righteous elect of Israel, and we hope to be amongst them numbers because that's the time we're living in, the time of prophecy being fulfilled. We'll grab a quick precept and we're going to get into it. This is Jeremiah. I'm going to start at 25, but the point is 6. It says, Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in all the earth. That righteous branch, we know he's talking about Yahweh Shai, who the world even calls JC. So he's coming to reign down here, along with King David and the rest of the, righteous elect. It says, In his days, Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely, and this is his name, whereby he shall be called the Yahweh our righteousness. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that they shall no more say, Yahweh liveth, which brought up the children out of Israel, out of the land of Egypt. But Yahweh that liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, and from all countries where I had driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land. It clearly didn't say anything about anybody else. So it's letting you know that the Lord is only dealing with the Hebrew Israelites, more importantly, the elect of Israel this time around. And it's important. There's a lot of newcomers on here. Salvation is only for Israel. We're going to, 144,000, along with King David, Yahweh Shai, is going to rule on earth as it is in heaven. That's the promise. That's the prophecy. And it's being fulfilled. And we just letting you know we're in that time. We are in those last days where we're waiting, anticipating our King David and Yahweh Shai coming to rule this wicked kingdom once and for all. He said, in due time, I'm going to set over one that's profitable. Right now, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, and we know it's not profitable. And, look at what these wicked people are doing in rulership. So why would they have a part in rulership in the next life when they doing all types of wicked stuff now? You got something, yeah. Grab this Deuteronomy, if you don't have anything. Deuteronomy 33, 28, 29 right quick.
You said Deuteronomy 33?
Yep, this Deuteronomy, 33. Just letting you know, establishing the fact that Yahweh Shem Shai is only dealing with the elect of Israel. And we have to keep saying it like a broken record so people understand, you know what I mean? The Lord had made a covenant with them. This is Deuteronomy 33 and 28. It says, I'm going to start up. I'm going to start at 26. This is Deuteronomy 33 and 26. There's none like unto the God of Jeshurun, the God of Israel. Let's get the word for Jeshurun. Let's grab that. Because these are, this is significant that you understand who Jeshurun, the God of Jeshurun, so let's grab that. Jeshurun, Hebrew. My blue letter stuck. This stupid phone. Salakia, I'm having technical difficulties. Grab that. My phone tweaking. Deuteronomy 33, 26. I want to grab that in the blue letter. So, because, obviously it's, the Lord is making a distinction on who he's going to rule over and who he's come for and who he's the God of. Let me grab that in the blue letter. Salakia of Jeshurun in the Hebrew. Jeshurun, a symbolic name for Israel, describing her character, upright. You know what I mean? That's who he's coming for. So that's who he's coming to take care of. It doesn't get any plainer than that. It says, there's none like unto the Most High, the power of Yeshurun, symbolic name for Israel, who rideth upon the heaven in thy help, and his excellently on the sky. The eternal power is thy refuge, and underneath are everlasting arms. He shall thrust out the enemy from before thee, and shall destroy them. And who's our enemy? Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man here in America. Back then, we dealt with many enemies. As you read all the scriptures, Israel was always dealing with an enemy, right? The Edomites, the Moabites, the Ammonites, Hagarians. We've always had enemies, right, that the Lord had to come and save us from. And it's no different in this time. It says, Israel then shall dwell in safety alone. The fountain of Jacob shall be upon a land of corn and wine. Also as heaven shall drop dew. Happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee, O people saved by Yahweh, the shield of thy help, and who is the sword of thy excellency, and thy enemies shall be found liars unto thee, and thou shalt tread upon their high places. And this is how we tread upon their high places, doing these videos out on the highways and byways, making it plain and obvious that the Lord is only dealing with Israel and the elect of Israel this time around. That's only who he's giving salvation for. Nobody else is going to be a part of this in your rulership. This is a ruling class. We keep trying to explain that to y'all. The Lord is only about his chosen people, his special treasure. The Lord doesn't have but one special people. And it's plain. Get that 2 Ezra 5. It was at 26 special people, one lily. One lily. One vine, one lily.
This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 5 and verse 23. And said, O Yahweh, that bearest rule of every wood of the earth, and of all the trees thereof, thou hast chosen thee one only vine. And of all the lands of the whole world, thou hast chosen thee one pit, and of all the flowers thereof one lily. And the depths of the sea thou hast filled thee one river, and of all builded cities thou hast hallowed Sion unto thyself.
And Sion is Israel. Keep going.
And of all the fowls that are created thou hast named thee one dove, and of all the cattle that are made thou hast provided thee one sheep.
The one sheep, Yahweh Shai. You know what I mean? So, go ahead.
And among all the multitudes of people thou hast gotten thee one people. And unto this people whom thou lovest thou gavest a law, and that is approved of all.
And that who is that law for? The Lord only gave that law to his people, Israel. You know what I mean? They are a special treasure, chosen people. That Deuteronomy 7 and 6 outlines who the special people is. The Lord is only dealing with Israel. You know what I mean? Point blank, period. That's the only people that he gave the law, statute, commandments to. You can read Romans 9 and it'll let you know who he's dealing with pertaining to adoption. So grab that Deuteronomy 7 and 6, and then we're going to get Romans. The Lord is only dealing with Israel.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, and verse 6.
Because he said he gave him the laws, right? Yep.
For thou art an holy people unto the Yahweh, thy power. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. But because the Yahweh loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers, hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, from the king of Pharaoh, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
So it's outlining the Lord has a special connection with only Israel. You know what I mean? Get Amos 3 and 2. You know what I mean? He made us a special people. He has a special connection to us. He called us his friends. You know what I mean? We get that in Jeremiah. His chosen. So grab Amos 3 and 2.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3,
You started one.
and verse 1. Hear this word that Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Right. See, there you go. O children of Israel.
Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt.
He just
saying,
said in Deuteronomy, he brought them up from the land of Egypt. So this lines right up with that. You know, go ahead.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Exactly. So, it's continue to clarify who the Lord is dealing with. Only Israel. Let's get that in Jeremiah 31. I want to drive this point home that the Lord is only dealing with Israel. Jeremiah 31 and 1.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31 and verse 1.
And look at what it says up at the top. Israel's mourning turned to joy. Go ahead.
At the same time, says Yahweh, will I be the power of all the families of Israel, and they shall be my people. Thus said Yahweh, the people which were left of the sword found grace in the wilderness, even Israel, when I went to cause him to rest. The Lord hath appeared of old unto me, saying, yeah, I have loved thee with an everlasting love. Therefore, with loving kindness have I drawn thee.
Yep, and that's the point. Right there it says he's only going to be of the families of Israel. If he was dealing with anybody else, he could have named them. So this is clear. These are cuts to that, everybody's entitled to our inheritance. No, everybody's not entitled to our heritage. Only the elect of Israel. That's who only the Lord is coming to save. The Lord is not dealing with none of you other, heathen. You know what I mean? The Lord is, it says by, what's that scripture said? Only Israel have kept thy statutes, not the heathen. Loosely paraphrasing in the Apocrypha. But grab this Psalms 130 and 7 and 8.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 130 and verse 7. Let Israel hope in Yahweh, for with the Lord there is mercy, and with him is plenteous redemption, and he shall redeem Israel from all his iniquities.
How much more plainer can you get on that? You know what I mean? Go ahead. He only redeeming Israel. Go ahead. You got it.
Israel is his chosen people, man. His peculiar people, man. He said the other nations are as a drop of a bucket. They mean nothing to him, man. So if they mean nothing, he only cares about Israel, his chosen, man. The ones that he justified from the beginning, man. The peculiar people, man. The special ones, man. Amongst all the nations.
You got something?
Yeah. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14 and verse 1. Ye are the children of Yahweh, your power. Ye shall not cut yourselves, nor make any baldness between your eyes for the dead. For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power, and the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all the nations that are upon the earth. So the Lord gave us these statutes, these laws, and these commandments because he didn't want us to be like the heathen, man. The word heathen itself is disrespectful, man. You a heathen. You just separate from the holy ones, man. Because Israel is the chosen, the holy ones, man. And it says they are peculiar people above all the nations that are upon the earth. So every other nation is spittle. Every other nation don't even matter. They all are enemies, man. You go to Psalms 83, it names all of them as our enemies.
Get Isaiah 45 and 17.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 45 and verse 17. But Israel shall be saved.
Hold on, start at 15.
Israel 45 and 15. Verily thou art a God that hidest thyself, O God of Israel, the Savior.
Yep, Israel again.
They shall be ashamed and also confounded, all of them that shall go to confusion together, that are makers of idols. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. For thus saith Yahweh that created the heavens, Yahweh himself that formed on earth and made it. He hath established it. He created it not in vain. He formed it to be inhabited. I am Yahweh, and there is none else.
Right. We're saying that only in Israel is salvation looked for. He created the heavens and earth, and he created a special people, Israel, and he said, I will never leave thee or forsake thee. You know what I mean? So, and that's the whole point. You can sigh cry all day long, you know what I mean? But the Lord is clearly letting you know that, there's nothing you can do about it. Go jump down to 24, Isaiah 24.
Verse 24, Isaiah 45 and 24. Surely shall one say, in the Lord have I righteousness and strength. Even to him shall men come, and all that are incensed against him shall be ashamed.
Mm-hmm.
And Yahweh shall all the seed of Israel be justified and shall glory.
Right. So these wicked people are going to be mad, but there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? You're going to be ashamed for touching the apple of the Lord's eye. So you heathens ain't got nothing coming. You 2/3 of you heathen, y'all going to be destroyed and destitute for touching the apple of the Lord's eye. So the Lord is only dealing with the elect of Israel. He said, and Yahweh shall all the seed of Israel be justified and shall glory. But right now, we always talking about the elect of Israel. You 2/3 are going to receive punishment for your wickedness and being joined up to Esau. You got to pay. All you Floyd Mayweather types and all you coons who went around cooning for these wicked ass people who've tortured, raped, robbed, and murdered your people, and you want to go down there like they cool, and it ain't never been cool. Get this Ezekiel 37 and start at 24.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37 and verse 24.
My phone tweaking again. Let's see, Ezekiel. Let me make sure I got the right one. Yeah, Ezekiel 37 and 24. And it's a future prophecy, right? It says, and David my servant shall be king over them, and they all shall have one shepherd, and they shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them. This is a future promise that the Lord is saying that King David is going to rule over us once again. I'm talking about reincarnation, so it's another cut. And and one shepherd, Yahweh Shai. It says, and they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt, and they shall dwell therein, even they and their children, and their children's children forever. And my servant David shall be their prince forever. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace and with them, and it shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will place them and multiply them, and I will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. My tabernacle also shall be with them. Yea, I will be their God, and they shall be my people. And the heathen shall know that I am the Lord, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore. You don't get no more plainer than that. You know what I mean? It cuts all that other nonsense. King David gonna rule over us again. Yahweh Shai is gonna rule over that, and the Lord is gonna be in the midst of us. In Israel only. Salvation is only for Israel, and this time the elect of Israel. With that, we hope this edify. We'll give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rekakwadash. Double honor to the apostles, elders, great millstone, tosses true, Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, and Abba Abba.